Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff with like musicians and producers wanting to impress people. It's just this kind of weird thing where you go on any social media. For me, I've really sort of limited a lot of my social media access, but LinkedIn is one of the ones that I think I'm just going to delete my thing. I don't know. There's really no reason to have LinkedIn, but you do see a lot of these producers and musicians. It's just always about accolades and look what I've done, look who I've written with, look at this, look at that. I don't know. I don't understand the point of any of that. I think it's more about like, what are you doing to make yourself useful to the world? It's like it's a show and tell thing. Look at all these medals. It's like taking somebody into your trophy room. It's like, okay, cool. What else? It's like there's nothing else to it. I don't know. Obviously I think a lot of it comes down to people wanting to feel like they're heard and that they're important and that they're, respected in their industry. I understand all that, like that need to be validated, right, by other people. It's a core human need. I have it too. I'm not trying to say I don't have that need. So I get where that's coming from. But, why are we doing this stuff, right? Why are producers doing this stuff? If it's not helping us get towards making more money and being more successful and getting to where we want to go, especially with sync licensing, like why are we throwing it out there? I think it's more important to be more useful, like service oriented, right? Which I've said this from the very beginning of anything I've ever done online regarding sync my music. Service mindset, right? Like starting off with, why am I talking to this person? Why am I emailing them? Why am I sharing this on social media? Why am I doing any of this stuff? Am I doing it to give myself a pat on the back? Okay, you give yourself a pat on the back all day long. You'll give yourself a pat on the back till you're in the grave, okay? Or, think about like, am I doing this because I'm going to make a library's life better? I'm going to serve their clients. I'm going to get their clients exactly what they need. And the more that I make their lives better, the more they're going to want to pull me in and reward me with more placements, more opportunities, more income, more passive income, right? An actual career on my hands. And that's because I, and hopefully you, were able to turn off the sort of egocentric machine, which a lot of us producers and musicians have, let's face it, and get into the service mindset and think about, is this actually useful and valuable and helpful for anybody else, right? And if the answer to that is yes, you will be surprised how easy it is to succeed with music. I think that's one of the biggest nuts to crack. It's one of the biggest mysteries that most musicians and producers, they'll go to their grave, they'll never figure that easy thing out. I mean, I should say it's easy, it's simple. It's not easy to do, but it is simple to understand, to basically flip your mindset from how the world owes you accolades, how the world owes you adoration and applause and how important you are. And that's great. Switching that into, how can I make the lives around me better? And how can I help other people thrive and do well in their businesses? And how can I serve them with my gifts and talents? If you're thinking that way every day, you will never be poor, ever, ever. You'll have rich relationships. You'll have rich bank accounts. You'll have rich, relationships with libraries. You will have a solid, steady career if you're thinking outwardly rather than always inwardly. When you can think about this stuff in terms of how you're making somebody's life easier, it takes out all the mystery, doesn't it? Like, because you don't have to impress anybody anymore. You don't have to be so established anymore. You don't have to be like, wow, I've done this. Look at me. Look at my credits. Look at how great all that pressure that we put on ourselves can just go out the window. And you're like, to hell with all that. Who cares? Here's how I can make your life better. Do you need, like, think about yourself. I think what helps is keep yourself really humble. And as musicians, we want to think that we're like, we're curing cancer or something like that with our music, that we're going to be saving people's lives or something like that. Music is very important and it can do things, but it's also just music. Okay. I tend to like think of myself as a gardener, as a sort of somebody who goes door to door, or in my case, library to library, saying, hey, do you need your lawn mowed? Do you need your bushes trimmed? I can do that for you. Right. It's as simple as that. I don't have to tell you how many thousands of, houses I've already done. I don't have to show you all my cool equipment and how I do it. All I can just say is like, this is what I charge. Here's what I can do for you. Here's how I can make your life easier. You don't have to break your back and sweat and get frustrated every time you got to mow your lawn, right? I can take care of that for you. I can show up automatically, so you don't have to think about it. You start thinking that way and people go like, man, you're going to make my life a lot easier. You're hired, right? As opposed to showing up and saying, look at how cool I am. Look at how experienced I am. Look what I can do. Look what that kind of stuff is like, I don't know. It's just not interesting to anybody but yourself, right? So if we just get out of that mindset, I think we can do really, really much better. So.